Hey, it's Michael Rosberg here, creator of the Tax Resolution Domination System and Toolkit. And what does Paul Manafort and tax resolution have in common? A lot, actually. So as we all know, if you read the news stories online or watch the evening news, Paul Manafort was charged and indicted and pled guilty. Actually, he didn't plead guilty, but he was indicted on six tax fraud charges. Okay, he was indicted, I think, altogether on 10 charges. The others were filing false documents to secure loans. They didn't find him guilty on 8 other charges. But they went after Paul Manafort because of the Russia collusion with Donald Trump. Remember, he was Donald Trump's former campaign manager. But what he was indicted on, what they got him on, was tax fraud charges. Okay, he filed 5 fraudulent tax returns and didn't file an FBAR report. So your clients need to know this too, that when they come into you and they have filed fraudulent tax returns, and you'll be able to determine, or they may even tell you when you're in your initial consultation, there's major consequences for filing fraudulent tax returns and not reporting, not checking the box on Schedule B if you had a foreign bank account worth $10,000 overseas that you controlled. You know, the other thing I used to tell clients is that, you know, clients used to ask me, Mike, it's not that bad, is it? I would say, well, it's not that bad, but just let me remind you, I don't want to scare you, Mr. or Mrs. Prospect, but I do want to tell you that by not filing a legally required tax return in the United States is considered a misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in jail and a $25,000 fine for every year that you do not file a legally required tax return. Now, I don't think the IRS is going to put you in jail, but it is my job to let you know what the IRS can do. So that's what Paul Manafort and tax resolution have in common, that the IRS will come after a taxpayer, usually a high profile, so to make sure that no one else, as a diversion, no one else files a fraudulent tax return. But we all know, we all have clients, we've all spoke to clients that have fraudulent tax returns, and let them know that that's a serious consequence. And if they don't file in the first place, it's even more severe. Just ask Wesley Snipes. Now you can ask Paul Manafort. Okay, so that's what Paul Manafort and tax resolution have in common. We'll see you in the next video. Hey, if you like watching these videos and you want to learn more about the tax resolution industry, I'm doing a webinar called the 7-Figure Tax Resolution Practice Blueprint. Look, I did over $111 million in sales just representing tax resolution clients over a 16-year span. If you want to learn my system, it's a 5-step system. I go through it in detail on this webinar. Click the link above to register. Now, I teach you not only lead generation, but the entire business model of tax resolution, how to answer the phones, how to schedule appointments, how to ensure they actually show up, how to maximize and ensure every inbound call. Click the link above to enter to watch my webinar called the 7-Figure Tax Resolution Practice Blueprint. Click the link above. We'll see you on the webinar.